So for the best situational awareness, it is very important to use all of your senses. So this includes your sight, your hearing, your sense of smell, your sense of touch, and even taste. Some would argue that that a good situational awareness also includes an elusive sixth sense. So this is where your gut, your feeling, and based on experience can offer real insights in best situational awareness. So not all senses are used equally, but they must all be taken into account to help us recognize, organize, and understand our environment.
So um for Marine Corps, technology can aid us by offering additional sources of information. However, it can also become confusing if too much emphasis is placed on adding more and more technology for its own sake. Today's ships bridge vessels with more information sources than ever. On the bridge, situational awareness is crucial for safety and collision avoidance. Sight is used both external out the window and internally radar it this and is backed up by sounds of alarm. An example of ship that didn't have situational awareness is the ovet that grounded using like this. So we all know if you are in charge of a navigational watch, we must maintain a presence of mind in order for us to assess and take proper action in every situation or risk of collision. Next,
How to be situationally aware using the ICDIS?
concentration REMs.
Concer- Concentrating on your observation, watch keeping, and always being ready for possible interaction with other near vessels, especially when detected in the ICDIS.
Sa Awela, Rosario.
Observation. So proper lookout at all available means, foremost of which is looking out the window, even the presence of ectis. Just as we all know, the proper lookout is also included for the collision regulations. So which means that this observation is very important during situational awareness.
Imo pa ni Rosario, pre. Anticipation.
So anticipation, decision cycle based on good observations and look out to maintain situational awareness. Being situationally aware is not being reliant to the machine and technology, but being able to anticipate what real situation is.
Space, allowing sufficient sea room to maneuver with freedom and amend any course of action through the information also given by ECDIS and determining other vessels' action too. Next slide, please. Time. Time to execute the plan with ample time to react to evolving situation, correlating to the navigation system by also knowing what to do ahead of time to avoid difficulties and most especially collision.
Reverence.
Importance in using overlay with radar, ARPA, and AIS. A radar overlay is the best means of verifying cartographic data and output of navigational sensors. Next. Importance in using overlay with radar, ARPA, and AIS. It is useful in helping navigators identify issues with the ECDIS. Malfunctions within navigational systems can affect ECDIS performance. It is important that the radar detects the coastline and if does not meet the mapping and is mixing in the same direction by a fixed amount. So any error in GNSS.
Importance in using overlay with radar, ARPA, and AIS. Radar overlay will help to identify these mistakes. Initially, radar determines the relative direction of the ship and then recalculates course angles of the radar objects into bearing. By adding them to the current value of the course, the resulting RI overlaid on the map, if there will be a mistake in the ship's course on the magnitude of its error, all radar image will be distorted. It will turn around the ship's position on the value of the error rate, and it will be easy to identify the characteristic mismatch and radar mapping of the coastline. Next slide, please. Importance in using overlay with radar, ARPA, and AIS. So data from the AIS can also be checked by using the radar overlay. When everything is correct, the mark of the AIS targets coincides in accordance with the angle and distance with the mark on the radar. The same principle applies to the control the information about the objectives coming from ARPA. Thank you for listening.
Good seconds.